Hi, boys and girls. We're with our second video, and we're going to talk about wind. We're going to actually write about wind from a story that Teacher Christy read to you yesterday. And I wanted to see if you can sing with me the little song that I made up in the shower about the north and south wind. Remember how I mentioned the north wind tends to push the clouds away and tends to bring us good weather, sunny weather. Sometimes it can be cold and sunny, and sometimes it can be warm and sunny, depending on the air. But when we have the south wind coming, often it brings clouds in. So that's why I said, blow, blow, blow the wind coming from the north. Pull out your bikes and pull out your trikes, good weather might come forth. Blow, blow, blow the wind coming from the south. Close your window, shut the door, and hide behind the couch. Meaning a storm's on its way. Okay, now, speaking of wind blowing, your journals I put in your packets, and they say spring at the top and definitely need a name on the front. If you're not quite done with your other journal from winter, you can use some of the pages. We have several pages in here. So this one is a brand new one, and I'll put my name on the front. Shelly, what's my last name, guys? Shelly Belly. There I am. Okay, and I'm making my name pretty small because I'm getting ready for kindergarten. I don't get to use the whole page to write my name in kindergarten, do I? Okay, page 1, you should have a strip. Do you remember how we used to do this, guys? And we're going to glue our strip down right underneath the great big rectangle picture box. And if you want to, you can write over the dot to dot words. The first word is T-H-E, spells the or the. That's as easy as can be. Space. The second word is wind, W-I-N-D, and trace over those letters. Space. Blue, not the color blue, but blue or blow. Blue, B-L-E-W. Trace over those dot to dot letters. My, M-Y, my. Now, in that story, The Wind Blew, there were lots of things that blew off of the people. And so I thought you could use your imagination and draw yourself and maybe something that blew off of you. Maybe a scarf, maybe your glasses or your hat or a toy or your kite or your backpack blew off. Something fun that you can share in your journals. Now, if you're past writing on top of our dot to dots and you want to just hold this on, put this on the table and write what this says, you can do your own writing. Just remember that each word has the 2-finger space in between. So we don't make it look like all one word. We have a space between each word. So you can write that right here if you feel that you're ready to do your own writing. Okay, alrighty. And I guess you can also make The Wind Blew My, you could have yourself flying a kite too. So you decide what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna do one too, my friends. I think that sounds like a really fun theme, The Wind Blew My, and I hope you enjoyed the book. That was one of my favorite books. All right, guys, speaking of kites, we have something like this in your packets, and it's on a paper that's a little thicker than copy paper. It's called cardstock. So with this project, I'm going to have you just practice folding your paper in half for me first. And then we're going to open it up. And we're going to use a kite to show what symmetry is. So I'm hoping you have some paints And if not, it's totally okay. You don't have to do this project, but you will need paints to be able to get it to stick to the other side. So I have some red and blue, and I'm going to show you something about symmetry. Symmetry is when both sides have the same pattern as the other, or the same colors. So let's take a look at what happens if I paint some red just on one side. I'm going to put a little blob there, and maybe a little blob here, and a little blob there. And now I'm going to take some blue, and maybe I'll do a little blob here, some blue there, some blue there, and maybe a big blob there, maybe one down there. So now I'm going to take my kite, and do you remember how I had you fold it first? I'm going to take the other side and fold it right down, and then I'm going to fold it hard and just put it down on the table and try to flatten it as much as you can, okay? Because you're going to mix those colors, and I think you're going to find out that you're going to show symmetry because both sides should be the same. Are you ready? Does it look like it is? Just like butterfly wings. Look at that. Look at the symmetry. Both are the same. Isn't that amazing? And I want to see this decorated put up in your window for a decoration. You can cut it out with some scissors, the outside, and go and see if you can find some string around the house, or maybe a pipe cleaner or something that you can have. Maybe if you have some old socks, you can cut up some old socks. Ask your family that, or maybe an old shirt to make a tail. Okay, but I've cut out my kite. Actually, it's a good idea if you let it dry first. And I'm going to add a tail, and I'm going to put this on my window. Isn't that fun? So I'm really looking forward to seeing some kites. I know where most of you guys live, and if you put them in the window, then I can see them, just like the teddy bears I've been seeing and the rainbows. Alrighty, my friends, that's your project for today. And let's see, there are a few other things that I think you guys had to do. There was this, this is a wind game where you have a string attached on one end and then attached to a chair, and you make a funnel, and you can have a below the funnel across the string relay or race. Your parents can show you how to do that, and I'd love to find out how that works for you. Okay, guys, I'm going to say goodbye in this video because my next video I'm going to read this story called The Enchanted Umbrella. And it's not about a kite, but it is about an umbrella that is magic and some crazy weather that happens in the story. And I really wanted to read it because it's Grandma Dorothy's very favorite book, and she bought this many years ago, and I haven't seen it in any bookstores or in the Scholastic book orders. So I think sometimes when we get something kind of special from Grandma Dorothy, it's just a neat thing to read, okay? And I think it'll have a little bit to do with our theme. Alrighty, my friends, my next video I'll read the story, and then I want you to watch French, and make sure to have your J items ready for the end, 2 o'clock for the PM class, and then tomorrow at 11 for the AM class. And I think that's it today. I'll see you in the next video with the Enchanted Umbrella. I love you guys. Happy Thursday. Don't forget French.